The simple truth is that you will not achieve financial freedom anytime soon working an hourly wage job, no matter how much it pays. You want to slowly move away from trading time for money and instead make your money work for you. Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Entrepreneurial Mindset YouTube channel. I'm your host, Don, and today we'll be talking about commission-based employment and how it fits into your journey as an entrepreneur. Before I begin, I'd like to thank the community of followers for keeping this channel alive and well, and all of you for tuning in from the Passive Income Connect website and app. For those of you unfamiliar, Passive Income Connect is the #1 resource on topics like entrepreneurship, small business, and building wealth through investing wisely. You can also hop on our forums to ask and answer questions on said topics, and make sure to tune in to our weekly podcast where I bring our content to audio format for your convenience. To learn more, check out www.passiveincomeconnect.com. So without further ado, let's head on to the video. So, why do I feel so strongly about this topic? Because I want to see all of you succeed in achieving financial freedom as entrepreneurs. What is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is essentially somebody who makes money on their own terms outside of traditional employment. At the end of the day, we are tired of the 9-to-5 grind and want to make our money on our own terms on our own time. Moreover, if you're like me, then you aren't content making just enough money to survive and pay bills. I don't know about you, but I like having nice things. I have expensive hobbies, and I like going out with friends and not worrying about how much a drink costs. I have a God-given natural ability to spend money. That's why I am an advocate for entrepreneurship. But one does not just wake up one day and decide to be an entrepreneur. You have bills to pay, and you need a great deal of money saved up before you can make the decision to quit your job and become an entrepreneur full-time. You can't just jump right into it. You need to understand the concept of running a business so you can eventually run your own life like a business. And there are 2 ways to do that outside of a 4-year business degree. Number 1, side hustles. Side hustles are a great way to begin shaping your outlook into a more entrepreneurial mindset. There are dozens of side hustles you can pursue depending on your specific skill set and free time. One thing you will notice quickly is that it's very different from a traditional job. At your job, you are given tasks. You get those tasks done, and you're paid for your time. With your side hustles, the amount of money you make is entirely dependent on the results you produce. You can put in a lot of time and get nothing back in return if you don't get into the habit of working smarter rather than harder. Ultimately, if you make $0, you only have yourself to blame. This is a taste of what life is like as an entrepreneur. The more you get comfortable with that idea, the more likely you are to succeed working on your own. And number 2 is commission-based employment. Commission jobs are what I would like to focus today's discussion on. Working a full-time commission-based job is a lot like running your own business because you're paid solely on your results, and your pay has little to do with the amount of time spent. I myself was a car salesman for years before I made the jump to becoming a full-time entrepreneur. It was an odd experience at first, but eventually it became commonplace to me. I had to accept that hard work alone was not going to get me rich. For instance, I realized pretty quickly that customers weren't always just going to walk into the dealership ready to buy a car. If I relied solely on the people that were walking in, I would have been broke. I had to adapt. That meant starting a social media page to advertise myself as a car salesman. It meant posting on Craigslist, running Facebook ads, and networking with local business to negotiate fleet deals. It meant following up and treating my sold customers like royalty to increase referral and repeat business. I started honing my craft and focused on what I was doing that increased my closing percentage and optimizing my process to assist customers more efficiently so I could speak with more people and get more done in a given workday. When I did those things, I saw my paycheck get bigger. And I watched other people fail to do those things and ultimately quit because they actually couldn't afford to work there any longer. There is no safety net in commission jobs, and you need to acclimate yourself to the idea that if you don't perform, you won't be able to pay your rent. It seemed daunting at first, but eventually it became more of a motivator than anything else. At a certain point, you will find that there are not enough hours in a day to make the sort of money that you can in commission. There were days where I averaged as much as $200 per hour on a full 12-hour workday. That's impressive. There aren't many time-based jobs that can pay you $200 an hour outside of high-level executive positions. And a commission job will not only give you the mindset and skills you need to be a full-time entrepreneur, but you will also unlock your earning potential and not be limited by how many hours you can work in a day. Hourly wage jobs are exhausting, and you will never become financially free as a result of them, regardless of what they pay you. And in conclusion, commission jobs are objectively better than hourly jobs because A, you'll develop useful skills to be applied towards entrepreneurship, B, they'll get you used to the idea that you get paid on performance, and C, they unlock your earning potential, allowing you to make more money. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will conclude today's video. If you found value in today's message, hit me with a thumbs up and consider subscribing. We release new videos every Saturday, and if you like listening to what I have to say, then you can catch me every Thursday on the Passive Income Connect podcast and every Tuesday at passiveincomeconnect.com. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you next week. This is Don, signing out.